This just in. A priceless museum's artifact has been stolen. The artifact in question is known as the Ring of Hermos, which was reportedly the only thing missing in the museum's vast collection. Local authorities believe that the ring was stolen at around 1 a.m. last night when the museum was closed. While the perpetrator in question is still on the run, local authorities believe that it'll only be a matter of time before they...
It can't be Xavier. Can it? I can't let him find us. Hey, Gramps. To be honest, it's been great that you let us stay here, but Xavier's still out there. We should probably head somewhere else.
I understand. And where do you wish to go?
Damon told me about this place. Some sort of sanctuary?
Ah, yes. Most of my kin live there, so I am quite familiar with it. You will be safe there, I assure you. But I will warn you, keep an eye out for Darren. He has a bit of a short fuse.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. I don't think you've seen this, but this ring that was stolen. Is it one of those?
Oh dear. Yes. I am afraid so. That is the Ring of Hermos. It is quite powerful indeed. If you are compatible with your mother's ring, there is little doubt that he will be no different.
Great. That's what we need right now. Well, I'll go get her and let her know what we're doing. Hey, listen. We're going somewhere safe, okay? I just want to make sure you're safe from Xavier.
It's good to see the sanctuary rise from the ashes, and still standing no less. Pay me no mind, children. It was under attack not long ago, but it's still a safe haven nonetheless. And now, I'll take my leave. Do try not to get in too much trouble, you two. But just remember, if you ever require my services again, or even just stop by for tea, my door is always open.
Hey, you helped save Damon's life. It's good enough for me. Don't worry. Hopefully we won't get into too much trouble.
You're quite welcome, my dear. I will miss you too. Remember, do not doubt your own power. You are more than what you think you are. Never forget that.
Don't worry. We won't forget. Oh, wait. Sorry. Here's the jacket back.
Hold on to it for me. It suits you.
Not gonna lie. Gonna miss that old geezer. Anyway, let's get going. Damn. Just look at this place. There's like lamias, harpies. Wait, are those what are they called? Oh, right, succubuses. Or succubi? I'm still not good with mythology.
Hi there!
Oh, sorry. The pie?
Still not used to seeing demi-humans, huh? I get that. But aren't you one as well?
Yeah. I guess I'm half dragon, apparently.
Oh, that's so cool! Oh, sorry, I forgot. My name's Nico, and Dr. Decker sent me over to meet you.
Great. Actually, Damon mentioned both of you to me.
Oh, really? That's so cool! At first, I didn't even know he was a demi-human. He just needed a safe place to be. And that's our job here. So you two are going to be in good hands.
Yeah, that's great. Anyway, so, Dr. Decker wants to meet us?
Yep.
All right. Let's not keep him waiting.
Hi. They're here to see Alan? Okay. You guys wait here. He'll be out in a few minutes, okay?
Hey, listen. There's something I haven't told you yet. Okay, apparently there was a break in the museum last night. Her ring was stolen. Normally I wouldn't give a damn, but I talked to Aragon about it, and it's one of those magical rings. Look, I'm telling you this because, well, my old man owns that museum, or at least is in charge of it. Yeah. And I think Xavier's the one behind that. Hey, don't worry. We'll figure out the best way to beat Xavier, okay? Hello, you two. I've been expecting you. Come on in. Well, first off, I'm sure you have some questions. This must be very new to both of you. You have no idea. Yeah, that's usually the response. Well, here at DHS, we specialize in demi-human accommodation, but our primary goal is safety for our residents. So, would you care to share why you chose to come here? A friend of mine told me about this place a few weeks ago. You might know him, Damon? Yes, of course. He was a resident here not too long ago. Although I'm afraid that's all I can say about him. You know, doctor-patient confidentiality and all that. No, it's fine. Hell, you don't even want to know what happened yesterday. Ow! Okay, relax. I won't say anything, sorry. Well, if any of you would like to talk about it, either together or one-on-one, I'd be glad to help. Oh, right. My name's Tashido Cavell. I don't know if I remember you, Doc. No offense. You wouldn't have. We haven't met before. But I knew your parents. We all went to youth group together. Your father was so nervous when he asked out Amara. He even asked me to be his best man. My apologies. I didn't know. If you do not wish to talk about that, I'll drop it. Unless you wish to talk about it later. Yeah. Maybe one-on-one a little later. I would just like to ask a few more questions, if that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, then. First off, are you two in danger or feel threatened? Yeah, but you wouldn't believe me by who it is. Tashido, my job here includes giving counseling to beings that range from demons, nekos, fairies, and every mythical creature you can come up with. So, try me. It's because it's Xavier. May I ask why you're worried about him? Look, that bastard's been trying to come after me and her, all because of this. That's Amara's ring, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And why do you think he's after the ring?
Because it's magical. Hell, even I still can't believe it.
So he's after power, is that right?
Apparently.
Well, if it's power he's after, you can't get much better than the Ring of Critias. Want to know a secret? Your mother used that ring for other things. She could never turn into a dragon, but she was able to use some of its power. One time I accidentally broke my arm. Would have taken about 6 weeks to heal, but she healed it up, just like that. You see, she once explained to me that her ring encompasses everything that makes you who you are, and brings it to light. She was very kind, compassionate, and caring. Your dad tried to put on the ring, and he did spit fire one time. But he knew it wasn't for him to have. Tell me, what does the ring do for you when you wear it?
Well, I mean, before it didn't do anything, but there was a time when it gave me strength, and I turned into a dragon.
Sounds like you got the full package. So, are you worried that if Xavier gets it, he'll turn into one?
Not why I'm worried. I mean, okay, yes, but I'm worried that he's gonna hurt the people I care about.
Has he hurt you before? Or anyone close to you?
Yeah, he kidnapped me a few weeks ago. Even killed my old man.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Anyway, how about we do the one-on-one talk? Plus, it might help you as well.
Okay, then. Is it just you or both?
If it's okay with you, mind if I do this alone, or... oh, okay. Thanks.
So, where would you like to start?
I mean, it's up to you.
Very well. May I ask, where did you get that scar?
I figured you'd ask about that first.
Was it your father?
And what if I told you it wasn't?
Then I'll have to take your word for it. So, it isn't?
Yes, it is, all right? And what of it? Looks like you didn't know Ampred as well as you thought.
I'm afraid I know him too well. He was quite the heavy drinker back in the day. Mostly when things went wrong. When he would come to, he would try to make things right with the people when he got sober. But the damage was often unfixable. Especially when his mom died. He'd pass out night after night. One time, I came to get him from the bar, and he almost cut me with a broken bottle. Even though I know he didn't mean to, it doesn't change the fact that he could still hurt people. Mostly because he was hurting. There is no excuse for that. And he needed help. But the choice to get better was only his to make. But it sounded like he never got it. And more people got hurt. Yourself included.
You never told me anything about that.
People often don't talk about these things, especially to the people closest to them. Some people would rather suffer than let them see them as a monster, than let them see them as vulnerable.
Still, it doesn't mean you take it out on your own family. Hell, he never treated Mom like that.
Not in public, no. But when he was grieving his mother's death, Amara would often use her ring to heal his hangovers. She was the one who kept him grounded. She was his rock for him. So you may not have seen that side of him because she was there. Which begs the question, do you know when he started drinking again?
Because Mom passed away 5 years ago in a car accident. I was with her.
Hell, I'm even starting to think I'm the one who's responsible for her death. Why is that? Do you think it's because you survived and not her? Or something that led up to it? She was picking me up from school. It was February 15th. I got into another fight. That's why she... You know, when people lose a loved one, they often blame themselves. Because they think that if certain circumstances that involved them in one way or another didn't happen, they'd still be alive. But the hard reality is, life has no boundaries on who lives and who dies. Maybe she would, maybe something else would have happened. Or maybe if you weren't there, something else would have happened. But I know you didn't want that to happen. And you are going to hear me say this a lot. But all of this is not your fault. And I know she wouldn't blame you for that either. So you mustn't blame yourself either.
I know that, but... Damn it! Look at what it's given me! I've had to suffer through this world every single day! I've been juvie for 5 years just because some asshole decided to attack me! Hell, and now I have my psycho brother and his gang on my tail, and he will stop at nothing to try to get what he wants! So don't tell me it's not my fault, because guess what, buddy? It is! It always is!
Okay then. Here, let me try an exercise with you. Let's say, for the sake of argument, it is 100% your fault. What exactly are you being punished for? Did you purposefully kill your mother? Pour booze down your father's throat? Have Xavier join a gang? Or goat someone into attacking you with the knowledge that you'll go to juvie for 5 years? Did you maliciously plan all of this to happen?
I didn't. Hell, I never wanted this shitty life. And yet, every time the world has always found a way to bite me in the ass.
Now that, I agree with. The world is often cruel and unfair, giving no reason, no justice to what's being done. Even if you believe in karma, and haven't done a single bad thing in your life, bad things will always happen. But the secret to finding happiness and contentment is to try and find the good in what little there is. Let me ask you, since you've been out of juvie, has anything good happened since then?
I mean, I guess. I saved someone that I cared about from some dumbass trying to hit her on her at school, but...
Anything else?
Well, I did confess to having, a crush on her, and now we're dating, so... Went to a Def Leppard concert for our first date, and... You met up an old geezer that let us stay in this place for a while, but... Not only that, she also helped me and my other friends save my friend Damon.
Sounds like a lot to be thankful for. I want you to try something for me. Every time something bad happens to you, try to counter it with a good one. Whether it's finding a $20 bill on the ground, getting to see an old friend, or going on a nice date. The bad is definitely going to be more noticeable than the good, and it may outweigh it. But keeping those things in mind, no matter how small, will help keep you stable and content. For whatever the world has to throw at you, and by the sound of it, it doesn't look like you'll have to face these things alone.
You're right. Not gonna lie. Wish I had this advice back in anger management class.
Well, you see the difference between anger management and therapy is that one allows you to explore your emotions while the other lets you show you how to control it. But if you don't know what those emotions are or why you're feeling them, how are you supposed to control them? You're right. You're right. Well, I should let her talk to you now. Or I could join if... Well then, what's on your mind? And what relationship would you say you have with your parents? And when you say fair and long distant, do you mean that you get along fine, but they're not always there? Have they ever hurt you before? Okay. Do they work or travel a lot? I see. Well, there's definitely a lot of money to be made in that field. But of course, no amount of money could ever buy time with your kids, right? That's what's most important. There's a reason so many movies and shows tell their audience to put family first before anything, including work. Because after all is said and done, once they get the money, they'll look back on life and wonder, where did all that time go? But it was already spent. But wasn't spent on there and where it needed it the most. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You know, some are afraid to talk to this about therapists because they think, well, they never hit me, they never abused me, so I guess I shouldn't be complaining about it. But I'm afraid that neglect can hurt just as much as any physical or emotional pain. The worst attention you can give someone is no attention. But listen, your feelings are valid, and they matter. Have you ever told them how you feel? Good communication is the key to any relationship. If you don't tell them, or never do, they'll just assume that everything's okay, and then they'll just keep going when everything's clearly not okay. But when you set boundaries and say what makes you upset, you set boundaries for yourself, and if they cross it, you know whether they're either doing it on purpose or if it's an accident. Anytime. If you ever need to talk to me about anything, my door is always open. Or at least until 12 till 5 p.m. Otherwise, you'll have to wait the following day. Well, we should get going. Oh, shoot. Oh, here, let me get that for you. Wait, you don't have to. Oh, no, it's fine. I got it. Sorry, I don't mean to pry, but that's your father's police file, right? Yeah, it is. Interesting. Where did you get this file again? What station? Where else? Was it the station near Huntington Avenue? Yeah, it was. Why? Well, there's just some things that don't really add up. The tons of typos, evidence that contradicts itself. I mean, look at this. Emford found on his back with a gunshot wound to his head. But it's listed that the murder weapon was a knife. There's no coroner report, no word to a funeral home, or any form of hospital records, or even emergency service contacts. Let me ask you, what did the policeman tell you had happened to him? What did he say? He said that he was drugged with poison. I hate to say this, but this file is forged. And whoever that policeman was, if he approved this document and gave it to you, chances are he's on someone's payroll. Officers who take bribes often create false evidence. can you think of anyone who would want to try to cover this up?
Xavier. That son of a... So then if this is fake, then... what the hell's going on?
I'll have my sources check into this. But if I were to guess, it sounds like he's not dead, but being held captive. Think about it. If he wanted him dead, why would he go all the trouble of creating so many alibis?
Damn it!
Well, after reviewing my sources, I'm afraid I was right. Unfortunately, there were reports recent after Mundus' gangs disbanded and local law enforcement were taken into question. Turns out that some of them were on the Hakaishin's payroll. Yesterday, when the museum was robbed of the Ring of Hermos was stolen, the code to get into the artifact room was used. And whose code did they use? Your father's. He kept him alive so he could be able to use the codes, because he worked for the security department for the museum.
So then, it's true. Dad's still alive.